In 2018, someone I knew experienced a severe mental health crisis. Another person called 911 to help him, but when the police arrived, they quickly deemed him a threat. In less than 30 seconds of arriving, they used lethal force without attempting any de-escalation techniques. At least a quarter of fatal police shootings involve someone with a severe mental illness at the time of their death, and that's a conservative estimate. Some put that number closer to half. This is just one of the areas where 988 is trying to make a difference. 988 is a mental health and crisis hotline that's available 24/7 and offers immediate anonymous support from local mental health professionals. It hopes to provide community-based solutions that help de-escalate these crisis situations before they reach the point of involving law enforcement. The Lifeline's nearly 2 years old at this point, but there's still work to do in making it stick in the minds of the American public. NowThis spoke to Neera Tandon, the domestic policy advisor to the president, who's been leading the charge on rolling out 988, as well as 2 individuals whose lives have been deeply impacted by using the service.
For too long in America, we've had really police serve as mental health counselors because they'll be the first person coming to an incident that really could be a behavioral health problem, but is perceived as a criminal problem.
As of August 2024, the hotlines received more than 10 million calls and texts in its first 2 years. At least 2 of those calls were from Zachary and Addison. Zachary is a 30-year-old from Oklahoma who fell into a deep depression after losing his mother to cancer. After reaching out to 988 for support, Zachary received the help he needed and was inspired to give back and raise awareness for the service. He now works as a community outreach specialist for the 988 Tribal Response Program.
Losing her was like my heart just quit giving out, positive energy. It was like I just changed everything about who I was, and I fell into a deep, deep depression where I didn't know if I was going to come out of. I just kept it to myself for so long. And I finally saw an ad where it said 988 was a 24/7 mental health service that's available all the time. And I finally called. I called those 3 numbers, and I basically just talked to somebody pulling you out of the water. That's the best way I could describe it. Just triggered something in me, lit a fire that I'm not alone, and I want to help people, and I'm going to help people.
Addison is a 15-year-old from Nashville who's used 988 on several occasions to help her manage her depression and anxiety. She says that if it weren't for 988, she wouldn't be here today, and Addison has now become an outspoken advocate for the service.
As I went through my middle school years and the pandemic took over my life, depression started to take a heavy toll on me. I first called just needing someone to talk to, and that's really what I got. They helped me reach out to my parents and get someone to listen in a more long-term way. 988 is completely anonymous. They're there to listen to you, and they're there 24/7. Reaching out for help is the most important thing that I've done, and I wouldn't be here today if I hadn't.